Welcome to Real Estate Coaching Radio, starring award-winning real estate coaches and #1 international best-selling authors Tim and Julie Harris. This is the #1 daily radio show for realtors looking for a no BS authentic real-time coaching experience. What's really working in today's market, how to generate more leads, make more money, and have more time for what you love in your life. And now, your hosts, Tim and Julie Harris.
Welcome back. It's Tim and Julie Harris, and we're recording our podcast at the very beginning stages of what looks to be an epic thunderstorm here in the Great Smoky Mountains. We come here every year for the fall leaves and take care of some other things, but wow, does it look very...
1:30 in the afternoon, and it basically looks like nighttime. So
it looks very mercurial.
Mercurial,
Did I say that right?
yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, this is, of course, our daily real estate coaching and training podcast. And today's focus is going to be 10 regrets to avoid in the last 10 years, in the last 10 weeks of the year. But before we get to the first point, I want to give you guys a regret that I'm hoping none of you have. I found 9 of our books, Harris Rules. And I mentioned this yesterday. I'm going to mention it again today in case any of them are left. I doubt if they are, but in case they are. And I want to show you something. These books cost at Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever you want to buy it, $16.95. And guess what? We probably paid that. And so we had a bunch of these books that we gave to our private coaching clients this last
strangely,
year.
there's no author discount.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different story. We should have negotiated a better deal. But that aside, we have 9 of these books, and this is our best-selling book. And like I said, it's been available everywhere, Barnes & Noble and wherever else. And if you want to spend $17 on it, we'll appreciate it. We'll get our usual $1.30 per book or whatever we're getting now. But the moral of the story is we'd like to give it to you. So we have 9 of these. I announced it yesterday. I'm announcing it again today. I haven't got my list from Joshua in our office to inform me how many we have left, but here's the deal. Here's all you have to do. Go to iTunes. It's very easy. On your phone, go to iTunes. It's a purple little, icon on your iPhone, assuming you're using an iPhone, but it works on Android as well. Click on one of our shows, scroll to the bottom, and you're going to say, rate this podcast, and then give us a 5-star review, a 5-star rating. And then you have to include a pithy comment why you like the show or why you like the podcast or something like that. Then screenshot it. And to screenshot things, in case you don't know, Julie didn't know. So you just click here and here on your phone, this button on the side, and there's 3 buttons or 2 buttons on the side, one of those, and you screenshot it. And then you take that image and then you direct message Julie and I over on Instagram. And our handle over on Instagram is Tim and Julie Harris. So again, it's very simple. And then we will mail you on our own dime, by the way. We're not asking you to pay for anything, one of our books. We've only got 9. I'm not buying more. If we get more than 9 folks, following through on this, we've got some other maybe things that we can include or give away other than these books. But for now, take action. I just made it very simple for you to get a free book. And Julie and I are going to autograph all of these. And we're putting our 11-and-a-half-year-old to work. And she's going to be our book processing elf. So again, 5-star review, iTunes, pithy comment, screenshot, Instagram. Include in the Instagram when you direct message me or direct message Josh, make sure that you are including your mailing address. That's all you got to do. Very simple. All right, Julie. So 10 regrets to avoid in the last 10 weeks of the year. Can you believe it's only 10 weeks left in 2025?
I know. I actually checked because I couldn't believe it. But why are we doing this now? Because how you finish this year greatly determines how you're going to start next year. We talked to you about this all the time, starting about mid-September. So in continuation of that, the clock is ticking. There are 73 days left this year, but only about 49 working days, less than that for some of you, once you remove weekends, Halloween, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and other stuff that you're planning on doing, especially if you have kids, you're going to events and all sorts of things. If you wait until January to get serious again, you're already going to be behind. The agents who dominate next year act now as if it's already the new year. What you do in these final weeks determines not just your first quarter, but your entire year ahead. Start earlier, build momentum faster, and you'll cross into the new year already running while everyone else is still warming up. I can tell you, Tim, 100% of my elite one-on-one coaching clients are building listing inventory on purpose right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we're overshooting on purpose. And if we're wrong, they end up with more listings. That's okay. But we're trying to overshoot by 20 to 50% right now in these last 10 weeks, just in case some of them take breaks for the holidays, lose their will to sell, whatever. We're going in with maximum inventory. One of my coaching clients has nearly 60 active listings right now.
Lance and Karen.
What's that, Lance and
Lance and Karen. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have several that are in the mid-20s as well.
That's awesome. Oh, by the way, I mentioned it yesterday. We did have 4 or 5 of you that responded. If you guys would like to be personally coached by Julie Harris as one of her elite coaching clients, she has 2 spots available. Those of you who messaged me yesterday when I mentioned this, I'm getting back with you. And the process is you just text me directly at 512-758-0206, and the text information is down below. My phone number is down below. Don't call, just text. And just give me some information about yourself, some business and personal bio info, and then we'll go back and forth a couple times, and then I'll arrange a call with Julie. And then I want you to interview Julie to make sure she's the right coach for you, and she's going to interview you. And if it's a match, then, well, guess what? You've got Julie Harris as your own personal coach. And Julie it's been said numerous times that she's the #1 real estate coach in the nation. So if you want to, I think, fast track your success in at least into 2026, there's the path forward. It's not for all of you. We're only looking for people that are at the top of their game. We're not looking for, frankly, this is not a good fit for new agents. Premier Coaching is a great fit for you. This isn't a fit for somebody that's frankly struggling with money, who doesn't know how to make ends meet. We are looking for people that are at the top of their game. They're operating at conscious competence. If you know what that means, you're already going to be pre-qualified to be one of Julie's clients, if you know what that means. And you're becoming complacent, and you want to take your business to the next level to make the most of this new market. Just text me directly at 512-758-0206. Julie Harris, #1 is, are you busy or are you productive? Know the difference.
Being busy feels good, feels like you're doing something, but being productive is what actually pays you. Too many agents confuse activity with accomplishment. So memorize your profit-producing activities and protect them like gold. Now, our coaching clients that you just rattled off, if I call them at 2 o'clock in the morning and ask them this, they're going to tell me exactly what the things are that make the money in real estate. And that is lead generation, furiously fast lead follow-up, pre-qualifying, presenting, negotiating, and closing. Lather, rinse, repeat. That is the formula for predictable, duplicatable income.
That's right. And, busy or productive. So what are the things you should be focused on? Obviously, the things that are going to put you in a position to help people and make money. That's going to be lead generation, furiously fast lead follow-up, pre-qualifying, presenting, negotiating, and closing. And as Julie just said, I always get that wrong. Isn't that funny?
Rather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, exactly.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. But if you had to concentrate on one, it's always going to be lead generation. As we were talking about, more listings, more is better.
And by the way, if you want today's notes, which I'm sure you do, the link down below to join our newsletter where all of our notes live. I wrote over the last few days, I think I've written 3 or 4 articles just for the newsletter, all about AI. And definitely get the newsletter. It's free, harrisrealestatedaily.com, or just click the link below to join the newsletter. All right, Julie, point #2 is don't wait to show gratitude.
That's right. We're trying to avoid regrets in these last 10 weeks. Someone once described a man at a graveyard placing flowers on his wife's grave. He said, "Every day since she passed away, I've brought her these flowers. I should have done that long ago. She would have loved them." Meaning, don't wait to show gratitude. Don't wait until it's too late to appreciate the people who matter the most. Call, text, write the note, give the flowers today. That story helps you remember to not wait.
Are you trying to subconsciously is this some sort of like husband manipulation with that particular comment?
Flowers. No, it wasn't. But that's okay. I accept flowers too. All right, #3, and this is a big one. And when we come to coaching clients, we see this a lot. Stop getting ready to get started. Over-preparing is a socially acceptable form of procrastination, but you don't need another course, another guru, another plan. You need action. If you've been stuck in analysis paralysis or unconscious incompetence, it's time to move. You've never been as ready as you are right now. You've got to do it anyway. You're never going to be super ultra ready. Just take those steps. Clarity comes from engagement, not just from thinking about it.
Well, it's also important that, especially if you're more analytically bent, which is probably at least 50, 60% of you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't like our podcast, because our podcast is written by someone who's analytically bent. And as you can tell from seeing Julie's notes, she's very detail oriented. So analytical folks have a tendency to look for analytical folks. That's such is the way. So the point is that when you're analytical, you have a tendency to spend way too much time getting ready to get started. I know I'm speaking to a majority of you right now. I know you are thinking to yourself, that is me. Yes, it is. So I have great news for you. Maybe your procrastination over the last 2 or 3 years has worked to your benefit because the wind is soon to be at your back in a meaningful way in the real estate industry. So take action on this. You have to go into 2026, not with more lists and projects and things you're going to do, but you need to go back to the first point and make a commitment to doing the things you don't want to do when you don't want to do them at the highest level every single day. You don't build momentum by getting ready to get started. You build momentum by doing the actual real work of real estate. Look, it's very simple. If you want to get good at over the phone prospecting, if you want to get good at proactive lead generation, you can read books about it, go to websites about it, look for the perfect
Role
script
play
about it,
endlessly, some of you.
and fine. But you cannot not actually pick up the phone and call a prospective buyer or seller. Julie and I are huge advocates of earning while you learn, not learning and then hopefully one day you earn. Know the difference. All right. Don't neglect your health. Julie Harris.
Yes. How many of you are saying, I'm going to wait until the new year to get on top of my health? Well, don't wait. How long are you going to wait to get in shape? Don't wait until you have a health scare to make a change. And exercise doesn't just strengthen your body, it builds confidence, discipline, and opportunity. So join Orange Theory or CrossFit or Zumba or yoga or something, whatever keeps you consistent. And by the way, when you talk about real estate all the time, using our Ford script that we teach you in coaching, you're also going to make more business for yourself by doing your regular exercise.
Why not
Physical
the Chevy
health
script?
fuels business health.
Why not
What?
the Chevy script? You didn't say what Ford stood for. You just said the Ford script.
I had to invent a Chevy script. That might be
It's
interesting.
family, occupation,
It was coming. See in the notes right there?
family, occupation, recreation, dream. So when you're amongst people, start out by, and everybody, and look, a couple basic communication 101 rules is number one, don't talk about yourself. Number two, don't talk about yourself. Number three, don't talk about yourself.
I, me, mine, or mine. Get
Right,
rid of them.
exactly. And don't wait, don't try to say, I have a story just like that, or I experienced just like that.
Yeah.
Listen to what they're saying and be very good at listening to what they're saying and then asking questions in a genuinely intuitive way, or an intuitive way that's genuine to what they just said, so that you are then in alignment with them, because everybody likes talking about themselves. It's everyone's favorite topic. And if you're at Christmas parties or you're wherever you are and you're not necessarily that socially, comfortable, that's okay. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Everyone wants to talk about their family. And if the family conversation starts to go a little dry, everyone wants to talk about occupation. You'll find oftentimes when talking with men, they skip right over the family and go right to occupation. That's fine, but do not talk about yourself. Avoid talking about yourself. Show interest in other people. Now, I want you to think about this. When was the last time someone showed sincere interest in you? Your dog, maybe, when he wanted to go on a walk. Other than that, who has showed sincere interest in you? Who asks questions about you? Who is genuinely interested in why you're hardwired the way that you are? Hardly anybody ever asked, right? It's because everyone's always focused on themselves. So if you can become the person that shows genuine interest in other people, they're going to remember how you made them feel. You made them feel important. And when you do that, you carve out a very special place in their brains and their hearts that very few people will ever take the time to do. So remember what I just said. It's incredibly important. But as far as the not neglecting your health, I'll give you another advanced player tip here. Julie said it. I'm going to repeat it. When Julie and I were living in Austin, Georgetown, there was an Orange Theory that opened up, and we started going in October or November the previous year. And I remember they all said, well, wait till January, it's going to be packed. And sure enough, it was packed, but we had already gotten into the habit. We were already actually in pretty good shape at that point. We were already able to do all the things. And then all the legions of people who always say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year. Now it's probably 30. You were coming in January, and to a person, almost all of them quit by probably February. They were just done. February, March, they're out. They didn't stick to it.
And all the coaches knew it too. They all talked about that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's fascinating. And I think you should learn from it. So if you're thinking, well, I'm going to go ahead and start my physical fitness routine, or I'm going to start learning how to proactive lead generate, I'm going to join Tim and Julie's Premier Coaching in January. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. No, you're not. You won't. You said that to yourself the last million years and you've never actually followed through on it. Do it now. Build momentum into the new year. Huge, as I said, advanced player tip. Julie, point number 5.
Point number 5 is for you. These are one of your favorite things. The 3 B's of BS. These are things to avoid over the next 10 weeks, 10 years, 10 months, you choose. Building a team, buying business, building a brand. None of these things actually make you money, do they?
Well, I mean, look, they do eventually in some ways, maybe possibly.
Maybe sometimes.
But you have to focus on right now, this time of year, it's getting darker, Julie. You have to focus this time of year on what, I'm just waiting for the generator to come on what's going to actually put you in a position to help the most people and make you the most money as quick as possible. And it's not building a team. It's not buying your business, buying leads. It's not building a brand. It's going to be doing the real work of real estate like we teach you in Premier Coaching. So guys, listen, you take what we're telling you seriously. AI is going to make building a team, buying business, and building a brand. Everyone's going to be doing it. It's going to be ubiquitous. There's not going to be any inherent competitive advantage in any of those activities. The winners are going to be the ones that know how to proactively lead generate. The winners are going to be the ones that know how to list expired and for sale by owners. The winners are going to be the ones that know how to have high-level conversations with decision-making adults about buying and selling real estate. The winners are not going to be the keyboard jockeys who basically been building their websites and their funnels and their branding and their marketing and their social media for the last, it worked a little bit in the past. Going forward, you tell me how in the age of Sora and the age of all these other amazing AIs, you're ever going to have any kind of uniqueness in your marketplace with your branding. The only way you're truly going to have uniqueness in your marketplace is when someone comes in contact with you at Orange Theory or wherever, and you're able to actually have a meaningful conversation with them. We just gave you the forward outline for that. That's going to lead them to actually become one of your centers of influence and past clients who you will then be able to have real estate conversations with because you've already earned a very special place in their heart. It's not rocket science. You guys are like this already naturally. So stop fighting your natural tendencies to want to be close to people, to want to, essentially be in alignment with your soul, your highest and truest purpose, which is being of service to other people. So all this other stuff, the branding and the marketing and all that stuff, that's just ego stuff. It puts more of a buffer between you and the people that you want to talk to. Don't do that. Do the other thing. Do what the other agents aren't willing to do, and you'll experience things that they'll never, frankly, even know that they were not able to experience. Point number 6, don't let a bad month become a bad mindset, Julie.
Yes, failure is just feedback. It's not your new identity or theme song. A bad week or a slow month doesn't mean a bad year unless you let it be. When something doesn't go your way, just say next, or say it's too soon to tell and stay in the game. And I think you can agree with this, Tim. We've had many coaching clients, but the one that I remember coming to me as a new elite coaching client, she said, we were doing her history, and she said, last year was a terrible year. Well, why was that? Well, I had this $5 million commercial deal that fell apart in March. Okay. I'm like, what happened to the rest of the year? She's like, it just got me so far off my game, I didn't do anything else. So that was a bad week. Okay. Don't make something like that become your theme song. Don't hang your hat on that. Just say next. There's lots of people in the world who need your help buying and selling and investing in real estate.
That's right. So, point number 7 is drop the need to be right. Julia.
Yes, always needing to be right costs you money, relationships, opportunities, sometimes listings because they wouldn't take your price or something like that. You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. Guess who said that? Marcus Aurelius. Ages ago, as a Stoic, he said, you don't have to have an opinion. So don't let your ego lead your business decisions. Be adaptable, be open-minded, and willing to change course when needed. You'll protect your income, your reputation, and your dreams. I've had several stories over the past week, Tim, from coaching clients where they took over another agent's expired listing because that agent had done something that was stubborn. They didn't figure out how to negotiate a slightly different off the menu deal. They had to be right. Lots of different wackadoo things that are out there. So let go of your need to be right. Be helpful instead.
When you feel that ego building up inside of you where you want to almost lash back out at the person, even if it's, in text or whatever, maybe they
take a breath.
Take a breath, especially because everyone's trying to trigger each other nowadays, it seems. The move is to say, that's interesting. Let me think about that. Or that's interesting. Let me get back to that. Give yourself the grace of a little bit of a buffer. And then what you'll find oftentimes people will say things that are like that. And then the second the words come out of their mouths, they didn't even hear them say them. It didn't even register with their conscious minds. And, as soon as you just say something that's respectful to what they just said, you're not agreeing with them, by the way, then you can bounce off. So you're going to be in environments where people are going to be saying lots of dumb political things. And you will just find what dumb is in your world. Don't react to it. Be a Republicrat. be on both sides of the political conversations. You're not betraying your beliefs or your morals or your ethics. What you are is being in alignment with your highest and truest purpose on this planet, which is being of service to other people as a real estate practitioner. And the more people you appeal to, because the fewer people you're offensive to, the more money you're going to make. All right, Julie, let's go on to the next one, which is point number 8. Stop dreaming, start goal setting.
That's right. A dream without a plan is just a wish. A goal is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, which, by the way, that acronym comes out as SMART, as in SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. I want to earn more money this year. Of course you do. But how much? And when are you going to do it? And how are you going to do it? That's where coaching comes in. So now is the time. Don't wait until January to do your goal setting. You can have fourth quarter goals. You can have 30-day goals. You can do our 90-day massive action plan. Don't just say, I need to earn more money. Everybody
I'll tell you right
that.
now what all of you guys should be doing, if you've not done it already, is join Premier Coaching. There are literally no excuses.
It's so much easier for you.
It's so much easier because you're going to be, if you love this podcast, which I know literally thousands and thousands of you do, over 1 million downloads this year. We've had over 20 million downloads in the times we've been doing this show. That's not even including YouTube. That's just iTunes. That's just audio. So the moral of the story is we know you love this show. We know that you want to make next year your best year ever. We know that you want to take energy, enthusiasm, and the right mindset in next year. Join Premier Coaching now. Don't procrastinate until January and do what everyone else does. I mean, we'll love to have you in January, but join now. Sure. So you can get your pre-listing pack done. So you can get actually the higher level scripts and the coaching and the training that you need. Just go to premiercoaching.com and you can join now for free for 30 days. And that does include a daily semi-private coaching call with one of our Harris certified coaches. Just go to premiercoaching.com or click the link below. And guys, like I said, there are no contracts. There's no obligation. If you don't like it, you can cancel it anytime. There's literally no risk to you. And you get access to all of the first level of Premier Coaching. So just go to premiercoaching.com. All right, Julie, point number 9. Think shorter, win sooner.
The long game matters, but not if you never start. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just the first step. Take one action today. We talked about this a little bit on yesterday's show. Take the first action and then take the next one, because momentum compounds, but overthinking kills it. The steps you take while achieving are often different than the ones you planned while you were procrastinating. It's interesting how your plan changes when you're in action. And we need to get to point number 10, because if you guys are watching on iTunes on video, it's actually about 2:00 in the afternoon here. But it's looking mighty creepy and spooky and stormy out. And I just got a bunch of warnings on my phone.
Me too. I saw them too. So. But it's funny. Someone's going to ask, well, why do you guys have a cabin in the middle of nowhere and, Smoky Mountains? It's because we live full time in Puerto Rico, where I know, and remember, Julie and I are just poor kids from Columbus, Ohio. And our dream, when I met Julie when she was in high school, she had this little key fob and had this little palm tree on it, a little plastic key fob that her parents got for her when they went to Florida or something. And I remember that was always my dream, to live in a place where there was no winter ever. But let me tell you, having lived in a place for now going on 7 years where there's no winter ever, you kind of miss the seasons changing.
It takes a while to miss that. So we need to get some leaves and, some seasons now and then, but maybe not exactly this type of seasonality, but we'll see.
I remember when we were here a few years ago, it may have been during COVID, and it was a nice, beautiful day, 65, 70 degrees. And then all of a sudden, boom, winter's here.
Note to self, it's 71 right now. So we'll see where we are in about an hour and a half.
We have trees all around us in our cabin. And I remember this big, huge amount of wind just came in all at once. Yep. And then it was like maybe 10 minutes later, it was friggin' cold. And then you know what we did? Got our asses back to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
All right, Julie. Point number 10.
Point number 10 we've talked about. Don't go it alone. Guessing your way through business is expensive and it's lonely. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You do need to duplicate what already works. So get help, get coaching, get accountable. This is not a business to see how it goes or see how it happens. That's not predictable and duplicatable income. It's a business for making things happen. Remember at the top when Tim was talking about don't pay attention to the news, make your own news. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. That's the time right now. And we need to wrap the pod before we lose our internet.
That's right. Before Elon Musk says we've had enough Starlink for today.
Starlink for you.
So remember, you guys want these notes. We didn't even get to all of our points. And the easiest place to get the notes, and as always, we like to help you guys as much as we can with as least resistance as possible. Just subscribe to our free newsletter. Go to harrisrealestatedaily.com and subscribe to our newsletter. You do have to double opt in. So you're going to put your email address in. We're going to send you an email. Then you have to confirm you want the email. And then you'll start getting the daily notes, the daily podcasts, and a lot of proprietary content we write just for our newsletter subscribers. In the meantime, have a fantastic day. We'll talk with you on the show tomorrow. Hello, thank you for having watched this video. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. And don't forget to hit that like button, leave your comments and questions below, and we will get right back with you.
Thank you for watching this video. And remember to watch the next one. You're going to love that one.